How's it going? This is Mitch with Wilderness Games. Tonight we're going to go check out the Freeplay Arcade in Providence, Rhode Island. Now, judging by their online game list, the place is ridiculous. The website is freeplayri.com. Let's go check it out. Stay tuned. Later on tonight. Another cold day today in the northeast. It's like -10 Fahrenheit as it has been the last few days. That's the salt water right there, that's the inlet. Rhode Island Sound. Okay, here we go. This Pine Street. Come around the corner. There's the arcade. Okay, so we are at Freeplay, Providence, Rhode Island. We made it here. This is Jay, operator, owner. And thanks for having us.
Hey, thank you, Mitch. Great seeing you. Thanks for coming down.
Thanks. Yeah, I just had a quick peek on my way in, and this place is ridiculous. You can see their game list, like over 100 games on their website, freeplayri.com.
That's correct. Yep.
Right on. So, want to do a quick walk around?
Yeah, sure.
Awesome. Let's do it.
So these are the Atari System 1 games. We all share the same cabinet. Peter Packard's probably the rarest of the four. There's actually another one called Rhode Blasters, the fifth, that's not here.
Rhode Blasters.
Sure. Driving game.
Oh yeah.
These two are fairly common: Indiana Jones and Roadrunner. Roadrunner a little harder to find. Marble Madness. I think the best of the series. Yeah, my favorite.
Dude, I wanted to be so good at that game, but I'm definitely not. It's one of those games like I wish I was like Donkey Kong 3.
Yeah.
I want to be good at that game, just not.
This is the one game I actually play here that I enjoy playing. And that's, so I have the high score right now on that. My initials there.
Oh, that's the score right there?
Yeah.
670?
Yeah.
Nice, man.
It's okay. No whole record.
The perks of being the operator. Awesome. Cool.
Yeah.
What else you got, man?
So behind us we have our half of our pinball collection. So constantly evolving and adding to. So this is our current pinball here. Back and straight later that go with this.
Dude, is that a medieval madness in the corner?
Yeah.
Dude, are you kidding me right now? Oh my god.
Hardest one to find, right?
Yeah, right?
Medieval madness.
That's insane.
Yeah.
I can't even believe that. Getaway, phenomenal game. Children's Island, I played that. Circus Voltaire, I played it. Funhouse, I played it. One of my favorite games of all time. Probably my favorite game right there. Scott Trek. And my buddy Charlie played that to death. Unbelievable game. Alright, so you got Big Daddy, Donkey Kong.
Yep. Yeah, the classics, yeah. So Donkey Kong, all original, dedicated cabinet. This probably gets right front and center, gets quite a ton, right?
Totally.
Followed by Pac-Man again, original Pac-Man, Galaga, and Tron. So yeah, I put these front and center because I think these are the ones people kind of resonate with the most, right? When they walk back into a classic arcade. These are some of the most popular, right, classic games in the arcade.
So any chance of checking X up those about the Tour Galaxy?
Yeah, oh absolutely. We will definitely open that game up to check it out soon, make sure they're all in the correct Yahtzee settings so we can
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Then people can come here,
Yeah.
Freeplay,
Yeah.
and try to break records.
Absolutely.
I mean, how cool is that?
Yeah, and actually up here in New England, we have some of the most world record holders of games like Donkey Kong. You know, people live in Massachusetts, New Hampshire, they go to Fun Spot a lot, they compete up there.
Absolutely.
So we have a lot of those world record holders right in our backyard. So.
Oh, there really is. There's a ton of them.
Yeah.
Actually, I think Roger Lakeman lives
Yeah.
in Concord, Mass. if I'm
Yeah,
not mistaken.
yeah, he is in
He just
Massachusetts.
broke the record like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, oh no
Yeah.
kidding. Yeah.
Yeah, right on. Cool. What else you got, man?
Yeah, so we'll come over here. We've got the Star Wars Cockpit and Sunrunner.
Dude, Star Wars Cockpit is a game that when I moved out of my dad's house,
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know, 21.
Yeah.
I found it for like $2,100 at Kentucky.
Oh, no kidding.
And I mean, like perfect working condition,
Yeah.
every bit. And the only reason why I didn't buy it, I had the loot and everything. It was like, yeah, my apartment's gonna be third floor. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think it's gonna work out. So I ended up not doing it.
Oh yeah.
And ever since, I'm like, man, I really should have picked that up. I just figured it out. Called up like 3 buddies to do it.
Yeah.
This whole time. That was
Yeah.
one of those games like Star Wars is like borderline grail game. Even though
Yeah.
it's super common,
Yeah.
there's just like, I love those films. Like my whole life.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
There's just something about that game, dude.
Yeah, especially the
Red Five and all
cockpit.
that,
Yeah, with the flight yoke and everything. I mean, the cockpit version is the one to get, right?
It's incredible.
And people love this. They go in there all the time.
It's all good. Stunt Runner.
Yeah.
Another game I played a bunch of as well.
Yeah, cool.
I've never seen it in an arcade though. I think I was playing in consoles.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know what system it was now.
Was it Super Nintendo or maybe even before that? I don't know.
It's so long ago.
Yeah, it's got
I
that-
remember that gameplay like vividly. I used to play a lot of it.
Cool 3D polygon effect, you know, that
Yeah,
kind of like, you know,
Kind
came
of like
out.
hard drive.
Yeah, exactly.
kinda-
Very similar to Hard Drive and iRobot, other games at that time. Atari was just starting to come up with that technology. So, yeah. So over here we have some. Well, we can go right to X-Men 6-player.
So you have the 6-player.
Yeah. So
This
this.
is a behemoth.
Yeah, just got this out on the floor about 3 weeks ago. Again, a ton of play. This was a project cabinet that was in pieces, missing a whole bunch of stuff. And I was able to kind of source everything and put it all back together with the help of some of my friends. You know, moving it and getting it here on the floor was a task in itself, but you know, it gets played a ton. So.
The artwork is amazing.
Yeah, really.
6 players, 2 monitor. It's like, it's crazy.
Yeah. Old 25-inch monitor. Yeah, yeah, it really is.
Terminator 2.
Yeah, Terminator
That's
2.
always that FICO.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. That gets played a ton. People love gun games. It has the gun recoil and everything, so you know people really love Terminator 2. And then behind it here, some of the other classics. You know, everybody's favorite, everybody loves Galactic, Pac-Mania, like a 3D kind of Pac-Man.
Yeah, that's the one that's,
Yeah. And then Dragon's Lair. Just added about a month ago to Freeplay.
Did I see that on your website, you tried to do it too?
We do. We have Dragon's Lair 2 right now. That is being repaired. Those Laserdisc games are kind of hard to keep running, but
Are you running the original players?
you know, Dragon's Lair 2 is running the original disc. This is running a new board called Dexter, which is a Raspberry Pi that emulates the original Laserdisc. But the hardware, the actual PCB, is still all original. Just the Laserdisc has been replaced with a Raspberry Pi that's emulating the original.
That has the file.
That has the file. You got it. Exactly. But the hardware is still
Dude,
original.
those games are amazing. Give me the second one.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, we have it in the back. But
Speaking of insane, dude, this is
yeah.
on environmental.
yeah.
Oh my god.
So the highly sought after Discotron, but in the environmental version. So yeah, ultra rare.
I've never seen this in this version ever.
Oh really? Yeah.
Never environmental.
Yeah, these are really hard to come by. This one we got here about probably 2 months ago, and you know, I'm gonna be honest. A lot of people, I don't know if they're just kind of scared of it or don't know what to make of it. They don't collect games.
Yeah.
But here, let's start off. Let's see what's
Yeah?
happening here.
Yeah, I think a bunch of lights come on when you start it up, right?
Yeah, there's some lights that are supposed to come out, but they're not.
Dude, yeah. Isn't there like 9 like fluorescent bulbs?
Yeah, all these fluorescent lights by the control panel. Some days they come on, some days they don't.
Yeah, that's totally how
they don't come on.
That's how it is. It's cold outside. They're like, no thanks.
Yeah,
Program appeared to you because of the
yeah, just the voice.
Yeah, it's with the squawk, right? Dude, that is so ridiculous. I love it, man. Dude, God bless you. God bless you.
So these two cockpits, Sega Outrun, full motion version, moves with you, Spy Hunter. Oh yeah, people a lot of times don't even know it moves until they get in it. Then it starts moving on.
Yeah, and then there's the bigger one that has like the big red car.
That's right. Yeah, that's like the next model up from this.
Yeah, this is pretty idle.
Yeah.
The red car, this one, and the upper.
That's right. Cabaret is
Is there cabaret?
Yeah, cabaret.
Spy Hunter, cockpits, and now?
Yeah.
That's definitely on my list.
Yeah.
Carnival,
Yeah.
Burger Time, another amazing game.
Yeah, so just some Midway classics here, Burger Time and Mappy, right? These, a lot of people remember Burger Time, maybe not so much Carnival. I remember playing this on ColecoVision a lot when I was a kid. Same thing with Burger Time. Mappy is kind of a obscure or rare. Most people don't know about Mappy. They come in here like, oh wow, Mappy, yeah. Pretty cool game. And then classic Williams, right? Defender, Robotron, Moon Patrol, and Joust. Again, the hardcore gamers come in, they know what those games are. They'll play them. Robotron, Defender.
Yeah, classics, man, totally. The Robotron is a game that has been a big one of mine too. I really love that game.
Yeah, a lot of people come and play this game, compete, like for a high score. I mean, there's a few folks that come here on a regular basis and try to beat each other on this game.
Moon Patrol, what a classic that is.
Yeah, really good looking game.
Joust is a game that I was always so impressed at. How small yet how detailed the characters are in that game. It always blew my mind. It's like my whole life, I always looked at that game at Fun Squad. It's the only place I ever saw it at. And I tried to play it a bunch of times and I was terrible at it. But I always remember being like, wow, like it felt ahead of its time. For me.
We actually had one of the world record holder, Lonnie McDonald, come down during our arcade revival last year and set the world record on this very game.
Come on.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see, your camera wouldn't be able to pick it up, but he signed my marquee right here. You see it says Lonnie McDonald, and it has the date. This was the 143rd game he rolled, and he did it back at the last arcade revival on 10/22/2016. So.
Dude, that's sick.
Yeah.
Signed cabinet right there.
Yep.
Damn.
Yeah, world record, man. Yeah, it's fun. I like this as a two-player game. I'm not a good one-player game. One-player version of Joust I'm not so good at, but two-player works. I like it. So
Awesome.
So yeah, we have Ivan Stewart over here, off-road, classic three-player.
Absolutely classic game.
Yeah.
I think every kid our age, anyways, just lost all their people in this game. I certainly did. I lost all my money in this game. Those are arcade in Bellingham, Mass. Billy D's when I was a kid.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I grew up in Bellingham.
Yep.
And, they had this game, and I just lost all my money in this game. That and Space Harrier.
Space Harrier, yeah.
Space Harrier. They cost me like 15 or 20 bucks.
Really?
But I finished it. It's the only arcade game I think I ever beat.
We have a Space Harrier in the back that I need to get to repairing. This is a monitor.
It's the nature of these things, you know. Whatever.
They need maintenance, but a lot of people come in here, a lot of guys come in here like, I can't believe you have off-road. You know how many quarters I pumped in this machine?
Yeah, totally.
I love this game.
That is so awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Spider-Man?
Yeah, so we have Spider-Man, 4-player, kind of a rare 4-player dedicated cabinet. You don't see this around too often. Next to we have Gauntlet 4-player, another classic quarter eater, the one that started the whole insert, coin to continue.
Which, in my opinion, NBA Jam took the whole new brutal levels. We were like, oh, you want to finish the quarter? 25 cents.
Yeah, exactly.
Halftime, 25, overtime, $1. You're like, I spent $11.
Yeah, I know, right?
NBA Jam's classic.
Over here, next to the Gauntlet, we have Nintendo Play Choice. There's 10 different Nintendo games in there, the classics. Yeah.
Play Choice,
over here, Omega Race, classic black and white vector game. Valley Midway, only vector game that they ever produced. And it's very similar to like Asteroids and the way it has the Asteroids Deluxe, the color kind of
In the background.
Yeah, the cardboard background with the 3D effect and the reflective pass-over mirror with the monitor down below reflecting the image up top. So really cool effect, really cool cabinet with lighting. They did a great job with this. So
Yeah, they are.
Game. I don't think it gets the love it deserves, but it really is fun.
I've never played that one, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
It looks incredible.
Yeah, it's a cool game.
I will play it.
Yeah. Over there in FL Blitz 99, that's a 4-player version. NBA Jam, we just talked about 4-player version. This is my 4-player corner over here.
Right.
I try to put all the 4-player games together.
Right, this is on the 4-player Island Turtles.
4-player Turtles over here. This gets a ton of play. Everybody loves this game, whoever's playing it. And then over here, 4-player Simpsons. Again, another game that draws crowds of people. Just all love to play this together.
That game is so hot right now.
Yeah, Simpsons, Turtles, X-Men, those games get a ton of play.
Yeah. It's crazy because, I swear they've tripled in price.
Yeah, they have. Both of these, Turtles and X-Men and Simpsons have all gone way up. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Over there in the corner, DDR Extreme. So this has a fan following like you would not believe. People come in here, they've heard there's a DDR Extreme at Freeplay, and it actually works good, so they flock here.
Awesome.
There's some website or something that people go to find out where there's a DDR Extreme, and I guess we're on it, and so people know there's one here, and they come and they play it competitively on the weekends. So
amazing, man. Yeah, it's got its own pedestal area and everything.
We gave them a little high-rise area so they can show off their skills.
Yeah.
So if you're a DDR fan, come on down and play your heart out. So we got some good players in the area. So.
Yeah, that's a great setup for that machine.
Yeah. Yeah, people love showing off their skills, and what better way to do it than on stage?
Speaking of setup, I see a lot of arcades that rows and rows of games. It's just cool, that's what I've always kind of seen.
Yeah.
But I really love staggered, multi-angled, multi-faceted setup.
Multi-level, yeah. Sure, you can, make an arcade and squeeze as many games in, just rows and rows of flat, arcade games. But we have a space here that allowed us to create this type of look and feel with these multi-stages and different angles, and I think it works really well. The thing I really like about it is it's almost like a maze. So people come in here and they always want to see what's around the next corner or down the next corridor or what's on the stage. Or so we try to create that effect that allows people to come in and say, oh, what's changed or what's new or what's different, and it just gives it a better, I think, a better feeling and a really cool arcade environment and atmosphere, right?
It also increases a sense of privacy.
Yeah.
A sense of each.
This is my little area.
Each spot kind of has its own environment, its own little sense of togetherness. Like those games in that little nook and cranny over there in that corner.
Yeah.
They just need it over there separated. And it seems like all the games kind of have their own little.
Yeah, and that's by design, right? So if you notice up there, I've positioned a lot of the Atari vector games, a lot of the classic Ataris in that corner. Star Wars, Major Havoc.
Major Havoc, dude.
Yeah, it's up there.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Mr. Command, Dig Dug, Centipede, Asteroids, all those games, I kind of created that little Atari corner there for people to kind of remember, what it was like playing games.
Yeah,
so
perfect.
I started putting it together like that. So let's come around the corner. Oh yeah, I should mention that. We've got a full bar, so beer, alcohol, wine. We got some grilled pizzas. We're adding some more food in the future. Our menu's expanding, and we'll keep adding. So over there in the corner, I should mention we have a golden tea. That gets a lot of play. Yeah. Cool. Over here we have some other classic Midway, Tapper, and Timber. These two have to live side by side. They're the same cabinet. And a lot of Tapper.
Tapper is definitely on my list.
Yeah.
It's one of my games. But I put a ton of. I can't believe you have two.
Yeah, Timber's.
Isn't that a conversion kit from Atari?
Yeah, so if you look, they converted them at the factory. You can see right underneath there, if you can see it, that's actually Timber Tapper artwork underneath, and then they just put the Timber guy on top of it. Yep. So yeah, the games were converted at the factory.
Right.
And they look very similar, right? I mean, they're almost identical, but.
Very cool to have. Dude, I gotta say, man, your collection is amazing.
Oh, thanks, Mitch.
It's like, I can't even imagine.
It's a labor of love.
Yeah, I can't imagine the work that when you, I mean...
many years and, yeah.
I mean, to just kind of like popcorn classics like Turtles.
Yeah.
You know, and all that kind of, you know, I don't say vanilla, but like the very kind of common, oh, I love this game, I played it a ton, I saw it everywhere.
Yeah, yeah.
You got lots of those.
Yeah.
And then you got like ridiculous rare games like that. Environmental Discitron.
Yeah.
And Major Habits and Timber. And Escape from the Planet.
Robot Monsters. Yeah, another rare, and Alien Syndrome, both kind of rare games that most people probably never heard of or never played.
Exactly.
But the gamers will come in and they'll say, wow, I can't believe you have this game. This game is like super hard to find in an arcade, and you've got one.
Yeah, like it doesn't
and
happen.
It works.
Like you don't run into these games.
No. Before we run the corner there's two other ones I want to show you here. So we were talking about some rare games. There's this is one called Warlords. This is a 4-player Atari cocktail called Warlords. Very simplistic game. You just want to defend your castle, but very cool multiplayer game, right? Really fun 4-player kind of defend your territory. There's a little fireball in the middle here that kind of bounces off the castles, and you just want to kind of deflect, almost like a breakout or Arcanite kind of thing, the fireball away from your castle and onto your players, right?
That's cool. I've never seen that one.
Yeah, pretty rare Atari game. And then over here, Centipede Cocktail. I've raised these cocktails up to bar height, so you can have a high top, kind of chair to play along. You can get a cool look and feel to it.
That's amazing, man, because that's actually my biggest misgiving with cocktails.
Yeah.
Like I'm a tall guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I've never been comfortable
at a cocktail. Yeah, because they're typically down to the ground, right?
Yeah,
so yeah.
Cool.
So these are fun to play. I'm going to be adding some more cocktails in the coming week. So back down here around the corner, so you talked about some games, the vanilla games, and some hard to find games. A lot of games like Time Crisis 3 I never owned, but I knew I needed a Time Crisis if I was going to have like a barcade or arcade bar, I should say, just because you need a good shooting game, and everybody loves the Time Crisis series, right? They're very popular, and Time Crisis 3 is kind of popular right now, and there's tons of them out there, so you can find them pretty easily. Yeah, fun game, gets played a ton.
Actually, that's another game I beat, was Time Crisis 2.
Oh yeah?
I used to have this thing where, like every time I saw it, I used to beat it. It just was like something I did.
No kidding?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I beat it like probably 6-7 times. I love that game.
Yeah.
Time Crisis 3, man. Awesome.
Yeah.
That's a big cab to have, and
yeah, luckily it comes apart. So it actually, these pedestals come off, and those things split in the middle, so it's two separate cabinets. So yeah, otherwise it's really hard to move.
That's great, man.
Thanks. So up here we start getting some of the rare games. Take a look at this artwork here. This is Space Sap by Midway. Really cool game, black and white with the color overlay. Ahead of its time, I think. When they designed the artwork and everything, this was like '79.
Space Sap.
Kind of like a Simon Says, you kind of just have to follow the patterns and use these 4 buttons to kind of blow up whatever it is that's firing at you. So, but really cool effect with the overlay and the way they did the black and white with the color overlay on top of it, And it's got this mirror up here and this really cool circuitry kind of bezel going on. It's really neat.
It is neat. So the bezel itself is colored?
Yeah, the bezel itself has this blue and yellow kind of dye or tinge to it, and that gives it the color. Behind it's just a black and white monitor.
That's cool.
Yeah. Wizard of War, another classic Midway, not too far after Space Sap. Cool 2-player game that has the Warlock and the whole kind of dungeon master theme going, and it looks pretty cool. That's got that voice that taunts you. you know. So yeah, a cool game by Midway.
Definitely.
Frogger's classic, you know.
Dude, it doesn't get more
Frogger.
classic than Frogger.
I mean, yeah, so you think Pac-Man, Galaga, Donkey Kong, and Frogger, like Frogger's right up there, you know. Galaga 3, also called Gapless. Galaga 3 was changed from Gapless to Galaga 3 in the U.S. because people recognized the Galaga name but didn't know what Gapless was. So it's really the sequel to Galaga. I don't know why it's Galaga 3. I don't think there's Galaga 2. I could be wrong, but yeah, fun game. A little bit different than Galaga.
I don't think so either.
Yeah.
But there was like the Galaga 88. And
Yeah, which came after Galaga 3. I have that in the back. That's more of a 3D kind of looking game, but we'll check that out after. Classic Stirring, Tutankhamun.
Sure.
Again, a lot of people probably that played in the arcades will remember this. Most people will say, "What's that game? I never even heard of it." You know,
Yeah.
Like if you grew up in the '80s and you went to an arcade, you'd probably seen one of these.
Yep, definitely seen that one before.
Crazy Climber
Crazy
kind of
Climber.
falls into that category of wow, you can't
I've
believe you have a
never
Crazy
seen this one.
Climber. Yeah, really cool game. You just climbing up the building there. You use these two joysticks in like a tank kind of fashion. Up down, alternating, and fun game.
Reminds me of Elevator Action. It kind of has that feeling.
Yeah, Tato, classic Tato look and feel.
I love that
And,
game.
That's
Jungle
one.
Hunt.
Yeah,
Jungle Hunt.
that's one Tato I don't have here is Elevator Action. So if anybody's watching this and wants to sell me an Elevator Action, I'd gladly buy it because I want to add it to the lineup here at Freeplay.
There it is.
So
Yep.
I'm looking for one. And then we start the classic
Missile
Atari
Command.
Rose. Yeah,
Oh,
Missile
boy.
Command. Really cool game, right? I love this marquee with the missile launch. Really cool. You can't see it, but the artwork on the side is awesome on this game. It's a really cool, vision of the missiles on the side. If I can move this, maybe we can get a picture. Missiles launching up into the sky with crosshairs. Really cool artwork.
Yeah, the artwork's really robust and colorful.
Yeah, great job Atari on this one. So, Tempest.
Dude, this is like an epic selection. Not to cut you off real quick, but
No, go for
Tempest, Star Wars, Upright, Major Havoc, Asteroid. I gotta get this out of the way. So it's just ridiculous.
Yeah, sure.
Centipede. I can't even believe we're looking at these games. And Dicto. Like normally, I would have to go to Fun Spot in New Hampshire to be able to see a lineup that resembles something like this. And dude, I'm telling you, man, like I'm really impressed because
thank
normally
you.
I could drive, 3-4 hours north.
Yeah.
And we're, Providence is a really good location because, like, we have the Fun Spot area in the north, multiple hours.
Right.
But we're only like an hour or so away from Boston.
Right.
And we're a couple hours from New York, a couple hours from Hartford, Connecticut.
Yeah, we're centrally located.
Central, man.
We're in a great spot.
And,
We really
like,
are.
For an arcade of this size, in this central Providence location, it's just incredible that you've given us this opportunity.
Well, thanks. I mean, I'd love to share my collection. These games are doing no good sitting in my garage or my basement, right? If I can get them out here, people can play them. And I love working on them. That's my passion, keeping them running and letting other people enjoy them. Then why not, right? I think
Thanks so much. Man.
Yeah, no, it's my pleasure. I love when other people come and they can play these games and they were like reliving their childhood or playing them for the first time and they're saying, wow, this is such a cool game. I never even heard of it or I never played it before,
Totally.
So,
and your particular arcade selection can allow both things to happen because they're rare games. Even someone who went to the arcade all the time, they're like, wow, what is this game? And then they find out it's amazing. What it is, because it's so rare.
Yeah.
Some of your titles.
There are games like, for instance, Major Havoc. I know a lot of people haven't played before, maybe never heard of it.
Yeah.
It's a really cool game, and it's kind of hard to come across in the wild, right? Even if you went to like a Fun Spot, or some other arcade, a lot of places don't have a Major Havoc, and especially with the roller controller, and all the other cool stuff. But it's. These are fun games that most people, probably couldn't experience or play otherwise.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen one of these in the wild.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if Fun Spot has one or not, but if it did, I didn't notice it. I mean, I don't know every one of their games or anything, but
I think they do have one.
A working Major Havoc is like a milestone for an arcade, in my opinion.
Thank you.
It's crazy, man.
I do have to say one thing about Star Wars and Tempest. So I do have the original hardware, but I have opted to let a friend of mine run his hardware, which is a FPGA reproduction of the original hardware for both Major Havoc and Tempest.
Right.
And these are test runs, so I'm actually running his hardware. It's a new, technology from today, recreation of the original Atari hardware. It's not emulated. It's actually the original hardware, but just sucked into today's technology, and it allows you to be able to run games like Tempest or Major Havoc or other games like Quantum that may be hard to find, but on this new hardware, and plug into the original, cabinets with the original monitors, the original power supply. So I am running a test case for him to make sure that I'm working out the bugs, and they've been here about 3 months now, and so far so good. These games are getting played, and they're running very well. And,
they look sharp, they look clean, I mean, everything looks really good.
Yeah.
I bet your monitors are happy too, because those games are known for running monitors out.
Oh, that's right, yeah. They definitely are, but so far so good. So yeah, Tempest is running that hardware. Star Wars is running the original Star Wars board stack. This game gets a ton of play. My goal here is to convert this to Empire Strikes Back, the Vector,
So you
sequel.
have the trilogy here.
Yeah, I have the cockpit up front. The regular I'll have Empire Strikes Back in here, and then I actually have Return of the Jedi in the back that's under repair as well. So I'll have all three in the coming weeks.
Yeah, I saw on your list online you have Return of the Jedi. That's why.
Yeah, it just needs a monitor repair, and then it'll be up and running. So. Yeah, exactly. So yeah.
That'd be crazy, man. Asteroids, yeah. I mean, these games are just the fundamental games that every arcade should have, and he's got them. He's got them, guys. He's got them all. I mean, take just skee-ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So skee-ball, we have a total of 4 skee-balls. There's 2 of them here on the stage. People love skee-ball. They play them non-stop. And these are the shorter ones, the 10-footers. In the back, we'll get to in a minute. I have the 13-footers. Those are the really long ones.
Yeah. I like those, the longer ones.
Yeah. So
my wife actually is obsessed
with skee-ball, yeah.
I mean, we go to Fun Spot and she's just downstairs.
Yeah.
And it's so cool. I got a bunch of little videos on my phone of my daughters when they're 2, 3 years old, roll the little balls up and catch it again. Just it's so cool to skee-ball like anybody, any age can play.
Yeah, I agree. It's addictive. So should we take a walk into the back and I can show you the rest of the games?
Sure. I love that.
Okay, sure, we'll do that. So we got some Nintendo games in here.
The mini Rhode.
Yeah.
Look at this Nintendo Rhode, guys. Junior, Super Brothers do that. Marquee is sharp.
Yeah, so this marquee and bezel was a new design done by somebody named Joe Zabo, or Zabo's Arcade. I added this because the original bezel from Mario Brothers is just tinted plexi, so there's nothing special about it. So this gives it a much nicer look, I think. It goes well with some of the other Nintendo games, right? So
nice, yeah, so continue, sorry about that. I just got excited. So yeah, Nintendo Rhode.
Yeah, Donkey Kong Jr., original orange cabinet, Super Mario Brothers versus just a regular blue versus cabinet. And then Popeye, dedicated Popeye cabinet. I would say the lesser popular of a lot of the other Nintendos, but still deserves some credit. It's a fun game. This one has the original artwork on the side. It's pretty cool. You don't see this too often.
It's in great condition.
Yeah, it's in good shape. Followed by R-Type, another classic Nintendo. Actually, Irem, I think, licensed it from Nintendo licensed it from Irem. My very first game, R-Type.
Come on.
This started it all.
Is it that exact machine too?
Actually, this is another one. My first R-Type is at my house. I'll never leave. It's in my basement arcade.
Right on. I was gonna say that's pretty brave to bring it back.
Yeah, no. I played this a ton on TurboGrafx when I was a kid. This is my favorite game, and I loved it. And so that got me into the arcade hobby. Was R-Type.
I always wanted that system. It always seemed, kind of beyond my bank. I was a little kid using whatever money I could scrap up to buy Super Nintendo. I think I bought Super Nintendo with quarters.
Oh, really?
Actually, I used my lunch money. So I told my dad, I'm like, can we go pick up the Super Nintendo? I have it put a sign under my name and everything.
Yeah.
And he was like, kind of dragging his feet because I didn't realize it would be buying a console today. You're not really asking me.
Right.
Like almost like whatever.
Yeah.
And I pull out this bag of quarters weighing like 30 pounds of $200. He was like, his eyeballs were massive. He's like, where did you get all that money? I was like, lunch? Lunch?
For me growing up, it was Sega Genesis versus TurboGrafx all the time. My friends had Genesis, and I was the only kid that had a TurboGrafx. And I always had to kind of like compete with them to show them that I thought TurboGrafx was a better system. But anyway, in the end, R-Type was my favorite. I wound up getting this as my first arcade game.
Yeah.
And I love it. So
Dude, I was actually shocked one day, recently, like 4 months ago, I found out that R-Type was a Nintendo game. I know it's kind of like, where you been, but it never seemed like a Nintendo game to me ever in my life. So I never even considered it. It always seemed like a Sega game or something. It just kind of had that feeling. And when I found out that that was an actual Nintendo game, it blew my mind. So saying that they licensed it from somebody else.
from Irem.
That makes sense to me now.
Irem created it and they licensed it. So Super Punch-Out, another cool Nintendo, you know, similar to Mike Tyson's, but definitely, you know, not the same.
And that's not Punch-Out, that's
Super Punch-Out, right?
Wow, which I've never seen ever in the wild. Like I've seen Punch-Out a bunch of times.
Super Punch-Out is the
rare. I just turned on Jungle King.
Yeah,
sweet. I didn't mean to. I love it.
I'm going to talk about the potatoes, right? So let's start here with Kicks. So Kicks, cool kind of puzzle game or not, I don't know, geometric, however you want to call it. You know, draw some squares, but fun and challenging. Hard game, but you know, there's some diehards out there that love this game. You know, you're going to kind of create the squares in the maze and beat the computer there, and you just score a ton of points. So this is running the J-Rock hardware. Both Kicks and my Zookeeper are running the J-Rock hardware. This hardware for Potato is hard to keep running. I got these captures for Rhode, and I basically converted them and added them to the J-Rock board to get them running. So,
I've seen a couple Zookeepers show back here. It seems like they always used to do something else.
This was converted to a race game.
Exactly.
So I deconverted it. Jungle King actually is running the original hardware. So,
and is that actually Jungle Hunt?
This Jungle Hunt in here,
Yeah,
so,
exactly, because Jungle King is looks like the Tarzan character.
That's right.
Jungle Hunt has the guy with the hat.
I'm running Jungle Hunt because I put the Freeplay mod in this board and I had it. I have to burn the ROMs to do the Jungle King Freeplay mod. So I'll do that next and put the game board back in here. So yes, for now it's running Jungle Hunt, but it really is a Jungle King dedicated.
Oh, clearly, which is very cool, man.
Yeah, this is a new edition. I got this probably a few weeks ago, so good to have it here. But I'm looking for that elevator action. If anybody comes across one.
That's on my list for sure. One day I'll work on it. Cool, man. And air hockey as well.
So 4-player and a 2-player ice, fast track, air hockey. These got a ton of play. I love air hockey. So we'll come over here for a minute and we got some fighters over here. So we got Marvel vs. Capcom 2. You gotta have this, right? Everybody asks for this. I made the mistake of starting with Marvel vs. Capcom. They're like, no, you must have Marvel vs. Capcom 2, or you must have. I just swapped in the board and the marquee. A friend of mine has let me borrow his setup, but this is my cabinet. Street Fighter 2. This is actually the Turbo that's running, even though it says Championship Edition. People love this, right?
That's so classic.
Tekken 3 I added a little later. I had a big request for Tekken. I never knew there were so many Tekken fans out there, but Tekken people love playing their Tekken. So I'd like to get Tekken 4, Tekken Tag.
Tekken's a funny thing. Like I was always a Street Fighter guy. And I messed around with a little bit of Mortal Kombat, but like other friends of mine were only Tekken. It seems to be like some pretty firm schools.
You're right.
So that's cool that you have pretty much
try to keep it
side by side.
Next to that we have Third Strike, Street Fighter 3 in the candy cabinet. This is a Capcom candy cabinet, the Impress. A friend of mine's let me borrow this. This gets a ton of play. People love Third Strike and
candies are imported from Japan.
That's right. So I'd like to get a few more candy cabs. Right now we have just this one that I'm borrowing, but candy cabs are really cool. So let's go over here to the XD row over here. So we were talking about some rare games earlier on. So these are some of the rare ones I have in my collection here. Science, Classic, shooting game. Same family as Crossbow, Chiller, Combat. My goal is to bring Crossbow here eventually, but for now it's Cheyenne.
Crossbow is actually, I think, my favorite game of all time. So it's super cool that you're even considering that. And what's funny is I only played Cheyenne, I think, once or twice in my life. play it. You know, it's one of those games. So this will be the first time I can really dig into Cheyenne. So I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, cool. Yeah, it's a fun game. A lot of people love, you know, the gun games, and this is one of the earlier, you know, gun games I have here in my collection.
They make great gun games, man.
Oh yeah, yeah. They really did a good job with them. Number 2 is probably the rarest XD game I have here. Very hard to find. Fun game, kind of a weird name, but same hardware as Venture, Mousetrap. I guess it's like you're like this little guy zipping around trying to. It's like another maze game, right? Yeah. And you want to. It's like a zipper. You have to close or open in order to complete the maze. Oh, and then you got these guys chasing you like devils and stuff like that. So, but
kind of reminds me of Mousetrap, actually.
Yeah, very similar.
Like the doors and all.
Yeah, yeah. You'll see it here. So yeah, there's your guy, your little angel. And then you're going to complete the mazes there, and you get these guys chasing you all around. You're going to collect those items, and you get bonus points. And
cool.
So, yeah, fun game.
That's a new one for me, man. There's going to be a lot of new ones for me.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
Venture Classic, I love this game. This got me into the whole XD craze. I played Venture on Coleco when I was a kid growing up, and I absolutely loved it. Yeah.
I used to play Zaxxon on that.
Yeah, that's another one.
Yeah, my cousin had it, not me, and it just like blew my mind, the diagonal.
Yeah, the whole isometric kind of view.
It's not like side-scrolling, it's like diagonal.
It's like a diagonal, yeah.
Which is like Paperboy, too.
Yeah.
That diagonal is very kind of mind-warping.
Yeah.
Venture, I've never heard that one.
Yeah, Venture is a cool kind of like another maze kind of thing where you kind of go into these different rooms and you're going to shoot the different enemies and collect the treasure, and then you're supposed to continue to build on the treasure and go to all different levels. It gets harder and harder.
Reminds me of Berserk a little bit too.
Yeah.
Just looking at like the simple lines. And enemies in the field.
Mousetrap, another classic, another classic Coleco game that I used to play growing up.
Yeah, me too.
Again, the really cool control panel with the 3 buttons and the dog, right, and the joystick. This, obviously opening the different trapdoors and everything to get in and out of. So, yeah, really, really cool cabinets. So, these we just moved last night. These pinball games. So I'll call it the Overflow. That doesn't fit in the front. We've got Pinbot. This is the Pinball Party. Doctor Who, which just came back. We was kind of being chopped out for a few weeks, but it's back now. And then Sorcerer. So really good mix of Pinball and Sorcerer, really older non-DMD titles from the 80s. And you have Doctor Who, which is Pinball Party from the 90s. It's really cool. Yeah, thanks. So then moving on over here to the Century or Konami games, Century cabinets. We got Circus Charlie. This actually came from Sarah when Pinball Wizard closed down. This is her game. I was able to grab it, bring it here to Freeplay. It's a fun, cool game. It's got that Monroe joystick, kind of overlooked, compared to like Track and Field. People remember that game, right? Played it a ton, 2-player, competitive, Cool cabinets, really thin, really neat style. And then after Track and Field, we have Gyrus, another cool, Monroe joystick, kind of 360-degree shooter. Really cool music going on, right? So over here, I don't want to forget Asteroids Deluxe. Again, we were talking about Omega Race earlier. Very similar look and feel with a 3D kind of backdrop, half-silver mirror reflecting off, monitor from the bottom with the blue to the overlay. So black and white monitor vector game, giving you that cool 3D effect. Look at that. Isn't that great?
It always blew my mind how it just kind of floats there.
Yeah, exactly. It's like floating in space.
Exactly, it really is.
Yeah, Atari did a great job with this. They really knocked it out of the park.
Yeah. And your monitor was so sharp.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. Yeah, it's really, really good. For the black and white vector monitors, you get that really crisp, detail versus a raster game. So this monitor is really tuned well.
It really is. Yeah, dude, your games look good, so they're gonna play good for sure.
Yeah. Cool side art on this one too. I don't know if you can catch that. Really, this is actually the Irish version of the cabinet. So the artwork's slightly different than the American version. Really cool, blues and purples. It kind of gives it that space effect. And then right next,
Almost like a Millennium Falcon.
yeah, right there. Pretty neat. Yeah, classic Atari pole position. This is pole position 2. Yeah. So the cabinet was converted. asteroids or two-player asteroids, but with spinners and a raster monitor, not a vector game. So, yeah. But it's a cool two-player game. I like it. Cool sound effects.
Yeah, it looks like an upgraded color version.
Yeah, exactly. Right next to that we have Temperature Sprint. This is the follow-on to System 1, System 2 that Atari came out with. This medium res monitor.
I played that a ton.
Yeah.
That game is so amazing.
My goal is to get Super Sprint here. That's the 3-player version, which I think is a little better. And then I'll convert this into Paperboy. So this is the same cabinet as Paperboy. You literally just change the control panel, the marquee, and the game board, and you have Paperboy. So yeah.
Yep. Two games that seem very similar to me. The Super Off-Road
Yeah.
and Sprint.
Sprint,
They
yeah.
kind of like felt the same to me. Because
Yeah.
the game was so similar.
Yeah.
So I gravitated to both of those.
Yeah.
When I was burnt out of one, I'd go to the
You go
other.
together. My preference is the Atari over the Championship Sprint, Super Sprint over the Ivan Stewart Off-Road.
Yep.
That hardware is made by Leland, and it's a bit trickier. This Atari hardware I know much better, so I can keep this game running.
Right. Yeah,
a lot.
Leland, they're the ones that make Dragon's Lair, right? Is that Leland?
Dragon's Lair was Cinematronics, which I believe Leland and Cinematronics at one point merged or something.
Yeah.
It all started with Vector Beam, and then Vector Beam was acquired by Leland, and then Cinematronics, and they just kind of all came together. So in the end, but yes, Two Tigers by Midway. This is the dedicated version. A lot of times you see the Tron conversion with the spinners. I believe that's the cheesy version. I like the dedicated with the flight yokes, really cool two-player game. The only way to play this game is in two players. It's way better, way more fun in the two-player mode. The dogfight, you can do dogfight or you can do the two-player simultaneous. Cooperative. Yeah, it gets overlooked often, but it is cool once you get into it, right? Just blowing up the ship there.
That reminds me of Skyscraper a little bit, actually.
A little bit, yeah, the way the planes are. Yeah, kind of overlooked, but a really fun two-player game if you ever have the chance. And over here we have Dinner Mr. Derby, another Alley Midway classic. Again, two-player, kind of just smashing up, beat up your opponent's car as much as you can. Tetris, this is a conversion. Tetris never had a dedicated full-size upright. They had a dedicated cabaret by Atari, but never the upright. So this is a conversion Astron Belt, which is probably sacrilege because Astron Belt is a very early Laserdisc game by Valley Midway. But I did not convert it, I got it this way. And I needed a Tetris, so it works. This gets played at a time. Followed by San Solo. I know, wrong joystick. Big bar there. Should be a red translucent. I have a Tron joystick with a Gorp insert. Oh my god. But I'll fix that eventually and make it back to the original joystick. But yeah, cool looking cabinet. You can't see the artwork on it. Pretty neat. Red cabinet, same solid.
Classics, man.
Yeah, Miss Pac-Man. I kind of threw this back here as a test. I have a lot of the classics up front. Pac-Man, Donkey Kong, Galaga. I wanted to put Miss Pac-Man back here to see if people would recognize it, off the beaten path, away from all the other mainstream games. Will they come back here, will they see it, and they play it? And the answer is yes, they find it. They see that it's there, and people will just sit and play Miss Pac-Man for hours.
Yeah, sometimes games get buried when they're next to other games.
Exactly. So that's why I had a Zaxxon here for the longest time.
Yeah.
Nobody ever played it.
Right.
So I was trying to figure out, is it the location? Is it because it's when you come in this back room and you just miss it, you overlook it? Or is it just the game? And my theory is the game. So Zaxxon people, even though they heard of it, they played it, it was either too hard or they didn't like it. This Pac-Man, they'll play all day. So it's more about the game selection in this particular case than it is the actual location.
That game is like a pedal of community, man.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah, so this one gets played a ton. Two-man, believe it or not, I didn't think two-man would get played, but people play it. For whatever reason, a lot of players, two players at a time, I don't see a lot of people playing it by themselves. It's usually like two girls or two guys will be playing two-man at the same time. So, but yeah, fun. Another medium-res Atari game. Don't see these too often. Not very desirable, but kind of a fun, easy game, right? So.
Yeah, that's definitely the worst one. I don't see it.
Yeah.
I've only seen like 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah. Yeah, they're out there, but not too many. So,
talk about killing the community.
yeah,
Mortal
Mortal Kombat 2. We just moved this last night into this spot. We'll see how it does here. This game gets shifted around quite a bit. It's probably like our 4th or 5th home for Mortal Kombat 2. But wherever it goes, people play it. So, again, this is the one with Street Fighter 2 that started it all, right? Mortal Kombat 1, you can say, yeah, people, that was around before, people played it. But Mortal Kombat 2, everybody flocked to this thing, right? I mean, I played this game a ton when I was a kid.
Right, yeah, we all did. That game was really amazing. It was a totally different feel, too.
Yeah, yeah. No, it gets played a lot, and I'm sure this new home will be happy here. So going back to some rare games, so Cosmic Adventure by Universal. This is the only Universal game I have here. I used to play this on Coleco a ton growing up. Cool cap, really cool artwork, so this funky backdrop here with the light behind it. Some really cool artwork you probably can't make out too well in the bezel, and then the generic Universal cabinet. But they did a fantastic job on just the artwork, in my opinion, on all these Universal games. Really, really something you don't see too often.
Awesome. Yeah, I've never seen that one. It looks really cool. I've seen that gameplay style a few times. I don't think what games they are. I'll definitely point that one out.
1943 again.
Everyone's played this game.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Classic. 2-player. Yeah, this is a fun one that people can't get enough of. Just really fun 2-player.
It's like scrolling gallery.
Yeah. And then over here we have Solar Fox. So pretty rare Bally Midway game. Again, using that same cool 3D effect with the half silver mirror, the cool backdrop, and the image being reflected off the bottom there, right? So uses the same joystick as like Gorf and Saints Hollow and Tron, and really cool game. Cool artwork too on the side. I don't know if you get this, but so you don't see this stuff too often. Really, really cool looking. Artwork they did back in the day with the 3 heads there. So NBA Hang Time, we started it over here earlier, 4-player Hang Time. I have to say, I think NBA Jam Tournament gets a lot more love than Hang Time. But, people like both, so they come back here every now and then they play this. So over here we have 720. My goal is to get it out of this room. It's here because it needed to be repaired, and I fixed it and never put it back on the floor. So it's here now. Cool skateboarding game with the whole, crazy joystick.
Absolutely, yeah. That joystick is like mind-blowing.
Yeah.
It has that angle built into it.
Yeah. Really cool. Next to it's Bosconian, another game similar to Galaga, so the other midway of the time.
I'm not familiar with this one either.
Yeah, it's just another space game, space theme, with some cool diagonal, kind of like you fly like on this diagonal, and you shoot in diagonal, but
81, it's an earlier game.
yeah, early.
Dude, your game is in great condition though.
Oh, thanks. Yeah.
Everything just looks tops.
Yeah, we try to keep them in good shape, keep them running.
All your joysticks, everything. I've been going around, feeling stuff.
Yeah.
Everything's just solid here.
Thanks.
Very cool.
Trying to stay on top of it. Every Tuesday night I'm here going through all the games and try to get to everything and make sure it's in tip-top shape for the next day.
So you have like a dedicated maintenance day.
Yeah, Tuesday night. We're closed Tuesday, and that's when I do all my repairs and go through all the games and fix stuff.
Good call. Yeah, that's smart.
Yeah.
Awesome.
A few more over here. We have Double Dragon. Cool 2-player classic. You probably remember playing this Nintendo a lot.
Double Dragon, man. This is another game that one of these days I'm gonna end up buying. It's just, everyone's played Double Dragon. Everyone knows this game, I would think.
Yeah.
To me, this was like the hallmark of a genre. When this came out, it was shot around the world. You know what I mean? Everybody knew Double Dragon when it came out.
Yeah.
So it's like lines. People those lines to play Double Dragon.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Really fun 2-player cooperative game. Next one's Scramble, kind of a rare Stern game. There were a ton of these in the arcades back in the day, but today you don't see too many of these. Yep. This is one of the games that I wanted to have in here because, it's one of those games that maybe you remember playing as a kid, but you don't see too often. To me, similar to Cosmic Adventure, only it's vertical instead of horizontal, but look and feel of it, space and everything's very similar.
Yeah, it's got that like moon control feel.
Yeah, that's right.
Is that metal?
Yeah, this is a reproduction metal metal CPO, silkscreen right on the metal. Really cool, looking artwork on here and color scheme. So, Mortal Kombat 3.
Yep, you got 2.
You're gonna have 3, right? Yeah. This is a conversion cabinet, but I wanted to have the game here because there's a lot of folks that want.
Was that 2 initially?
I think it was a 2. Yeah. No, I'm sorry. It was a 1. You can tell by the angle here on the front. This is a Mortal Kombat 1.
Because of that 45 angle?
Yeah, this angle right here. Mortal Kombat 2 is flat. Mortal Kombat 1 has this angle here. So this is a 1. Over here, Killer Instinct. This is something that was by request. I had people who asked me for this. I never grew up playing this game. Didn't really know much about it. But people would ask me for it, so I wound up training another collector for this one. So.
Nice, man. That's really cool that you're willing to hear what games people want.
Oh yeah, all the time. I always listen to people's suggestions and comments and try to add, if I can, a game that they remember playing and they want to see here.
Yeah, I used to play this, I think it came in a black cart or something. Yeah. And I remember it was like 80 hit combos at the end.
So many combos.
Like, you could really chain them out.
Yeah. Next one's Galaga 88. We talked about this one earlier. The sequel to, I guess, Galaga 3. Kind of a later 1987 Namco, and this was licensed to Atari. So they kind of put it in their cabinet here. But this is a cool version of Galaga. It's kind of a newer 3D, a little different than the classic original, right? Next to it over here we have Neo Geo. This is believe it or not, a 6-slot, but in a 4-slot cabinet. So I have a 6-slot motherboard in there, but I'm running 4 cartridges. So my marquees might be a little off, so I'm not running Magician World here anymore. King of Fighters 98. I do have Samurai Showdown, Metal Slug, and Bust the Move. Yeah. So,
Very cool.
Yeah.
This is the other ski model over here?
Yeah, and then I have the other ski model. 13 footers. Yeah.
Right on. House of the Dead?
House of the Dead. This gets right on that.
Especially right now with all the zombie shit.
Yeah, true.
But I can't believe you have Daytona side by side.
This is a new edition, yeah.
Amazing.
I just added these about a month ago. I was able to get these from another collector up in New Hampshire. And I put them here, and they've been doing great. People love. I used to play this game a ton at Dave & Buster's in Providence. So, I mean, I can't tell you how much money I put into Daytona when I was a kid. And now we have it here, and it's great when you have 4 players competing on Daytona. That they absolutely love it. So it's such a fun racer.
And this is not your only arcade, right?
Right. I have 3 others out in Massachusetts and Western Mass that I run with my business partner John out there. But I spend most of my time here, Freeplay. Yeah.
So where are those located?
So we have John and Jay's Arcade in Amherst. That's right by UMass Amherst at the Hangar Pub and Grill. And then we have our second location in Westfield, Massachusetts, which is also the Hangar Pub and Grill, John and Jay's Arcade. And then
Amherst and Westfield?
Yes, and our third location is Greenfield, which is a smaller town out there, way up northwest Massachusetts. That one has a few games, probably like half a dozen or 8 or so, but Amherst has the most.
Right.
There are about 30 games in Amherst, so. But yeah, so if you're in Western Mass, feel free to check them out
There
too.
you go, guys. If you're in the Providence area, if you're out in Western Mass, more options.
Yeah, absolutely. So in Western Mass, you see a lot of the classic games with a few newer titles. But here in Providence, we kind of have a good mix, right, of new and old.
Yeah. So. How many games do you have at this location, do you know?
Here, right now, we have about 120 pieces on the floor. We're going to be getting to 150 next year. So, yeah, quite the selection.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks a lot for having me, man.
Appreciate the video. Yeah, anytime.
Come down to Providence. FreeplayRI.com is the website. And we're on Pine Street?
Yeah, 182 Pine Street in downtown Providence, right behind EPAC. We're also on Facebook.
Check it out, guys. And I'm going to play some games.
Yeah, thanks for getting through that.